All right, so we're going to talk about the day after a heavy binge night, or just in general, if you're drinking every day. I'm sure people can relate to this. The drunk texting, the shame the next day, the anxiety, which we've covered. It was always the worst part, the collateral damage of having a night of drinking, because when you're blacked out, you become someone you don't realize, and you say things you don't realize. And I remember just waking up and deleting combos, like, in the past 10 years, just deleting them because I didn't even want to look at them because how embarrassing it is, or how obnoxious you were at the bar, at a party. I've had plenty of easy, not out of control nights, but I've also had nights where, like, I can only imagine, right? Sure you can relate to that. That shame, it's like 2 days of dread. Horrible. And I'm glad I'm out of that and I don't have to deal with it at the moment. I don't ever want to have to deal with it again. But yeah, that wake up of shame, always like, oh my God, I feel like crap. Why did I do that? It was not worth it. Every single time. Never a morning I wake up and I'm like, oh my, so glad I did that last night. I've had plenty of fun times I don't regret while drinking, but that regret is just like a dagger into your brain and heart and soul. And being free of that is such a relief. A lot less stress. Because seeing that stuff and being embarrassed is very stress inducing. Feels like your soul's just dwindling. And I've heard people talk about how, like, alcohol or spirits, wine and spirits. And when you drink, you dull out your spirit. When you're completely blacked out, like, your spirit's gone. Like, your spirit doesn't exist. That's why people are incoherent. I don't know, like, if I fully subscribe to that, but it makes sense in a way. Like, it just, like, rids you of life, man. Just like many drugs out there, right? And it's sad because people use it as a coping mechanism, which I have. And I've used it for socialization. Many people do. And it sucks needing a substance to be able to socialize and have fun, right? It's sad. It costs you money. It's mental health, physical health. But yeah, that shame, when you get rid of that shame, it'll really drop your stress level in life in general. That hangover, belligerent, ignorant bullcrap you did the night before, with that being gone, you have a lot less conflict and a lot less stress in your life. And you're also going to have the counterproduct of this when you're sober. You're going to be stressed because you don't have that vice to go to, right? You're going to feel some anger and some stress from that, but you learn to live with it and moderate it. And the stress levels that come from not drinking and coping with life are much less than drinking and coping with life. It's much harder to not drink than it is to drink. It's easy to just go and get blasted, man. A lot of people do that because, I'm not going to say they're weak, but you need some mental fortitude and some willpower to just get up on your feet and do it, And there's people that do it every day and they're out there speaking, and you gotta realize if they can do it, you can do it too. And they'll all tell you that, because everyone, when they're actively in a rut, they'll say they can't do it or they don't think they can do it. I've been to that point too. Like, I'll never be able to do it. And I'm, another Wes Watson saying, acquire what you admire, be the source of inspiration you seek. Like, he says a lot of real stuff, and I highly recommend this guy. And he's heavily against drinking and drugs, and he was a drinker. I don't know about drug use, but he actively speaks out against it, even marijuana, which I do too. Like, if someone's smoking all day and it's making them dumb and lazy, they got to reassess it. It's draining their bank account, but that's a whole other topic. I'm all for marijuana. I don't use it, but I feel like people that are inhaling it all day and just spending tons of money on it, it's just, I just don't agree with it. Especially if their IQ level drops when they're high and they're just really just stupid. I just feel like they should reassess it. And people that are doing that are quite annoying. I can't stand people that are stoned and they're less than adequate intelligence. That's a whole other topic. But if you're smoking and you're fine, all for it, man. Do what you want to do. But that's a whole other topic, regardless. I don't really want to touch up on that too much. But that shame, just think of a life without that shame and that morning after. And having your entire weekends, right? I have so much more free time now. I'm not laying around all day Saturday or Sunday or both days. More time to be productive. And I go back into work feeling re-energized and not drained, because drinking during the weekends, you don't rest, man. Your sleep is absolutely terrible. When you're drinking, you're not actually sleeping. You're just basically laying there. You're not entering REM sleep. You're not getting full rest. You're constantly just, the days you're off, you're just hindering your body and mind even more. And it's the truth. But, yeah. Not much else to say. But just think of the morning afters, all the drunk texts, all the conflicts, all the things you've said you regret. And imagine being rid of them. Just a lot less stress in general. And that's just the truth of it. It's just wild when you're blacked out, the things you'll say, and like how you'll just there's no filter, and you're just contacting people. I've had conversations with people I didn't even realize who it was, or I thought it was someone else, and it's like the topic's completely, it's ridiculous, like how you can get that drunk and you have a convo with someone and it's like it's not even a person you really know, or like it's just like you think it's someone else because you're so stupid and your brain's so swollen. It's ridiculous. But yeah, if you know, you know. I'm not saying everybody who drinks to that level, but like I was drinking such a copious amount of alcohol that I was just basically brain dead, and sometimes I'd be belligerent, like I wasn't the nicest drunk all the time. I wasn't like an always mad kind of person, but if someone struck me the wrong way, something irritated me, it would exacerbate when I was really drunk, right? And I know people can relate to that, especially like liquor drinkers. Like liquor is a whole other beast when it comes to that. But yeah, there's not much more to say. I'm starting to ramble, so I'm going to cut the video. I'll get these 2 videos up this weekend, hopefully. I'm going to try to formulate some more topics to talk about, get some more comedy shorts out, some collection videos, and all this stuff might not be your vibe. My channel is so widespread with different genres and topics and things. But hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully this helps you out. Yeah, take it easy.